How do you look at the mantra for life? Because we've only been talking about career, right? How much money you make, how quickly you get promoted, and then you finally becoming a top leadership position in a company. But according to you, what other things are important in life? Because you've lived a life of 40 years of working in the corporate world, and you're still working as a 63-year-old man, traveling around the world, meeting some of the most powerful people. But how exactly do you view life? Like how, like when you have eventually stopped working, like what would make you feel like, hey, I've lived a life worth living?
Yeah. So as you go through life, remember the following. You'll always have your supporters. You'll always have your detractors. That's life. Okay. You need to figure out who is who.
Okay.
A lot of detractors can masquerade as supporters. Okay. Number one. As you go through life, you will work with a number of people. And when you work with a number of people, your ability to impact them in a positive way matters. For anybody who worked with me, in fact, my last book, The CEO Mindset, is dedicated to the 274 people who worked directly with me. Okay, because I learned a lot from them. Okay. Are you leaving your people better off in whichever way, in capability way, etc., at the end of your tenure with them than when they started with you? That's a positive impact. That's a way to think about it. The other way to think about life and what you leave behind is, are you authentic? Authentic is being true to yourself and who you are. Suppose you are by nature a worrier, as an example. Okay, be that even in a meeting, there's nothing wrong in it. Then people know who you are. You cannot suddenly become an optimist when you're a worrier.
Right.
Okay, people want their leaders to be who they are. They don't want them to masquerade or do something else which is different from who they are.
So what are you? Are you a worrier or are you an optimist?
I think I'm an optimist, by and large. And one of the things, I never look back at what's gone wrong. If something's gone wrong, forget it. Look ahead. Don't bother about it. Life's too short to worry. Okay, so stay an optimist, but be reflective. I think that's very, very important. And finally, when you leave, it's not your titles, it's not your money, it's not your stature, none of that. I think, did you contribute positively to the society in whichever manner you can? Okay, I think that's an important thing. In my case, I would say, look, I've been on 8 business school boards, which are the highest for any professional in the country. I'm currently on 5 business school boards. I've made a positive contribution to business schools and their thinking. Okay, that I would take as something which I'm proud of. Okay, so like that, yeah.
And how important do you think is your life partner in your journey?
Very crucial. Never marry somebody who does not understand your ambition or your drive. If your partner does not understand you, you're in serious trouble.
When did you get married? What age?
I got married when I was 28, 29. But my wife Hamsini has been balanced. She's my biggest critique, which is very good. So I get criticism at home before I get criticism in the office or in society. So she will say, hey, this is not right. What you said in this article or in this speech is junk. I don't agree with you. This is that. It's good to have a partner who sees you as a partner and does not see you for the title or what you are. Right. I think that's very important.
So, like today, if you look at the society, people are marrying really late, and some people have decided not to get married also. Like the marriage rate is declining. That's number one. Number two is that even the childbirth rate is on the decline because people are like, I just can't have kids anymore because I cannot sustain them. How important are these two things according to you?
Very, very important. See, no man or woman is an island. It doesn't work. All of us crave for companionship. All of us crave for friendship. All of us crave for emotional support. We need emotional anchors in our life. So this trend has got magnified in a few countries. For example, in Japan, a girl does not marry you if you don't have an apartment.
Really?
Absolutely. Same in China. In China, when they had the one-child policy, you had lot more men, lot less women, became much more of a rowdy society in college and school.
Okay.
There are implications of this. That's what I'm trying to point out. Okay, so you're not an island. As regards to kids, it is a serious challenge. A lot of people say, hey, you know what? I'm not able to afford the kind of lifestyle, or will I be able to give my kid the very best that I want?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, these are all societal challenges and issues.
Have you heard of DINK?
Yeah.
Double income,
double
no
income,
kids.
no kids. Yeah, DINK. Single income, no kids. SINK. Okay, single mom. Okay, divorced single mom. I've heard all those expressions.
Because the reason I say this is because a lot of marriages fail today because of money problems.
I agree
Half
with
of the divorces are money problems, and
Absolutely.
it's usually connected with, hey, there's not enough money for the kids, or not enough money for this or that.
Absolutely. And see, every developing society has what we call societal challenges, and that's fair. When you are in an agri society, your whole life revolved around 50 kilometers of your hamlet or village.
Yeah.
As you became industrial, you became nomads who traveled. As you progressed, the quality of life which you have, which you enjoy, and the quality which you want your children to have for a future world actually keeps multiplying and moving up.
Right.
Okay. That doesn't mean that, having kids is a problem. I don't think that's the answer. I think, how will society move forward? Okay. You talked of legacy. One of the things about legacy is, generation after generation moving forward. I think that's a fair thing. But do aspirations fuel this thinking? Yes, they do. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But I think these are, again, as I say, individual choices. You need to manage them.
Glad you made it till here. If this gave you even one idea to improve your finances, send it to a friend. Helping them might just make you the smartest person in their group chat. And don't miss the full episode on Finance with Sharan. There's a lot more where this came from.